finally. Took us long enough, but we finally got our first mask from doing this daily quest. We got, of course, the human male mask. You know, the race we are. So, you know, quite useful here. But you know, at least we did get a mask. Please let me turn the camera. So that is for an achievement. That gets us the mask task. There's also an achievement to get every single mask. So this makes it cheaper. Now it's only 22. I think it's or 46. Sorry, because it's like 2 treats per mask. There's 24 masks, so 48 treats. Now it's 46. So each mask we get from doing this saves us a little bit of treats. Also, it seems that if you turn in the pumpkin one, or I might be wrong about this, and if I am, I might correct myself. I might not. Who knows? But I just turned in the jack-o'-lantern, the holy symbol. I just logged in, and I turned in the holy symbol because it was already laying there. Picked it up and turned it in, and then now she doesn't have the let the fires come daily available for me. So it seems if you this might not matter to literally anyone, but I found it interesting that if you turn in the scorch symbol, you only get one of the daily quests. We also hit 68 during that, by the way. So throw that in there too. We're 68. That gives us a new talent point. I don't think I ever put the talent point in from the one before. Let's just grab that one and that one. I'm not really paying attention. But there we go. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I was wrong. I'm a fucking idiot. Alrighty, here we are. It's Day of the Dead. And before we even get started, before anything happens, before we do anything, it's Day of the Dead, and anyone who plays WoW knows that Hallow's End is over once Day of the Dead starts. And you might notice that I didn't make a video showing me spending my tricky treats, or going over everything we did. That is because somehow, some way, I thought that this happened a little bit later in November, and not the 1st, and I forgot. So all my tricky treats disappeared without me being able to use any of them. Now, it's not the end of the world. This doesn't actually affect the account. It's all bonus stuff that I do. So we're not actually behind or anything like that. But it is unfortunate. I didn't even have 150 treats. I think I had about 120 last I looked. So I don't even think I could have bought any of the like unique pets that require you to get the 150 treats. I think those are the main ones, and I didn't even get enough for those. So the only things I think I missed, I could have bought all the masks for the achievement. I could have ate some for the achievement. I think that's it. But either way, it sucks, but it happened, and there's nothing I can do. I mean, I made a mistake, but there you go. That gets us an achievement, Dead Man's Party. There's also some stuff to buy here. This is 50,000 gold. I don't have that much gold. And I guess technically we would be able to, even though I don't, I wonder how that would work. We don't have to buy it anyway because it's seasonal, so I'm not going to buy that. I will buy everything else, though. Buy that, buy our recipe, bouquet. I don't think I care about that. Oh, we need, clearly we need detected visibility, so we could probably actually do the thing. Anyway, so that gets us Bread of the Dead. Pretty cool. New recipe. Wherever it is. Probably, yeah, right here. Bread of the Dead. I think we need that for some of the stuff. We get this bouquet. Little orange flowers. We get some new toys. All the contenders' costumes. These are for all kinds of achievements. I can't remember. Yeah, defeat a contender while wearing a contender's outfit. And there were some others too. Day of the Dead doesn't have its own thing. It's not part of Hallow's End. I don't really know. I'm not an expert at this. It's also It's probably defeat so many different contenders. I don't know. But anyway, oh, we also got this, the Whimsical Skull Mask. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff is actually based on a lot of real stuff that I have no experience with. Here we are. Cheerful Human Spirit. Can we do this? Bread of the Dead and give it to the person. Use an orange marigold to see the otherwise invisible spirit. And this gets us a little companion. Alrighty. We need to go pick up some milk to make the Bread of the Dead. And we can get this done. And I think this is it. Yeah, I think the only other achievements, the only other stuff associated with it is the this ain't you probably sell milk. Is the what's the word I'm looking for? Ice cold milk, thank you. Oh, what is the word I'm looking for? Is defeating the contenders, and that is defeating other people. Oh, you need a ghostly cooking fire. I gotcha. My bad, my bad. Let me go back over here. Who are also wearing the costume. So, like we just have to find, like, I think it's like duels, essentially. I don't know how the easiest way of doing that, but, yeah, so I don't know. I think a lot of people do it in like Undercity, like there's just a big pile on, because there's like no one here, so you know clearly, not exactly the easiest. I saw a ghostly cooking fire here earlier. Someone must have. Oh, there it is. Oh, I hate that I have to scroll down. Thank you, Bread of the Dead. 120,000 health. That's my entire health bar. That's not bad. There we go. Oh, that also gives us complete the quest, and we get this little pet. Boom. Oh, that's pretty cool. And it gets us yeah, a little cool pet. I don't see anything else to do. What else do you have? Whoops. For achievements, that's Dartman Fair. Vendors, Day of the Dead, Chapman. What else does he sell? I already know those. Oh, that's because the achievement. It's because the achievements are showing up for each one. Okay, I see. So yeah, that's everything. I'm pretty sure that's everything for Day of the Dead. Very small, very small. Yeah, clearly very small. Little bonus holiday event. It's pretty cool. I'm yet again sorry to everyone about the tricky treats. I know most people don't care, and it's a very minor thing, but I feel bad because like it was just it made like all my daily quests like a waste of time almost. Do I need this? Not really. You buy it for a copper and you sell it for a copper, so there's no point in holding on to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to hold on to it. But anyway, you all have a good one. Sorry about the treats. Alrighty, here we are. Another week. Another Eye of Eternity. Recap. All we need is Azure Drake. Nothing too surprising. We are actually 67 now. Because of the Hallow's End dailies, and we're actually almost 68, so we'll definitely hit 68 before Hallow's End ends. For Hallow's End is over. We won't hit 69 though, so this will make us a little bit faster. Oh, it's Wrath time walking. Oh, we're gonna get that 50% increased rep and quest experience, which we have done all of, so that's not beneficial. But yeah. Okay, there we go. Just have to wait. What is there? What's going on? Not much. Hallow's End is pretty much the same old. You got 4 daily quests. One is literally to click a bonfire. One is to go around and click the 10 smoke bombs, and then the other is the actual fires in Goldshire. They're both associated with that, and that one is annoying because a lot of people, don't do that daily quest, and it's not really soloable. It might be if you play perfectly, but I definitely cannot play it perfectly, and also I don't think it works. Everything works 100% of the time, so it's kind of annoying to get done, but it's not. At the end of the day, it's just a couple. I haven't missed a day so far, but if I do, it's just a couple tricky treats. We're gonna most likely get over 150. I don't know exactly how many we'll get. 150 is the needed for a lot of the pets and stuff. That's the first cutoff point. We'll see what we end up getting. 48 is needed to get all the masks, and then I think you need 10 to eat for the achievement. Something like that. I'll try and break it down with what I end up getting and see what we can obtain. See if it's easy, see if it's an easy breakdown, or if I might have to crunch some numbers there, but either way, it's not that big a deal. But, yeah. Outside of Hallow's End, there's not really much going on. Oh, you don't have sea turtle in your bars, huh? There we go. It's better. Like I said, we did get the, where is it? The witch mount, the broom mount, which is, it's alright. I mean, it's kind of cool. The big thing about it, though, is the fact that it's a instant cast mount, so you immediately mount on it. Now, that might just be for Hallow's End. Now, that would be a weird decision. But it's supposed to mimic the broom mount, the magic broom. And the magic broom is an instant cast, but it only works during Hallow's End. So it might be doing something similar there. And if that's the case and it's only instant cast during Hallow's End, then it's not a huge pickup. But if it's instant cast forever, it's a pretty big pickup. It's pretty nice mount. Saves you, 1.5 seconds every cast, which, doesn't feel like a lot, but it adds up in situations, especially with doing the fires daily quest. It really adds up there, being able to instant cast, fly over to where you want to put out the fire, throw the bucket, instant cast, fly back. It saves you considerable, I say considerable time. It's maybe a second or two per fire you do, and but you do, you have to put out you're throwing 20, 30, 40 buckets for the daily quest. So it adds up to quite a bit of time saved. Alright. 2 clears, nothing. But, we got one more. See if we can get that Azure Drake. What else? What else was it? I was looking at something. I can't remember off the top of my head now. I was looking at something earlier about this. About the account. I think it had something to do with world bosses. I guess I could bring that up. We have to talk about that at some point. I was going to bring it up when we actually got to one, and I probably will re-bring it up then. But Webhead made a post about one of the world bosses from Legion showing up that had a recipe pattern. Or I think it's a specialization of skinning. It's the butchery, which allowed you to skin meat from Legion mobs and stuff. The big thing is that the boss that drops it is a world boss, and the boss is only up once every 11 weeks. They are on an 11-week rotation. At least that, with the Legion world bosses. And I know this goes for more than just Legion, too. I don't know the numbers for every single one. I don't know how long the BFA are, the Shadowlands, stuff like that. But I know it's quite a bit. And, thinking about that, it's some of them, I think his name's Humongous, the giant from Legion that drops the skinning pattern. Well, one, we would need that. It's for an achievement, and it's also necessary because it's a pattern. Um, but stuff like that. But the other ones, they also have appearances, everything like that you got to work towards. And when you put it all together, it's like, man, it is going to be some weights. Like that is for Humongous, for instance. Here, I can bring him up. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Where is it? Raids. And we got to go to Legion. We go to Broken Isles. Where is he? There he is, Humongous. So he drops the all this stuff. So we got two appearances. I don't care about the trinket or the artifacts. So there's 2 appearances plus the skinning thing we would need from him. That's pretty cool shoulders too. But yeah, he's on an 11 week. You can only get, I'm pretty sure, 1 piece of loot from a world boss at a time. I don't think they can bonus roll into like multiple. I think you're guaranteed to get the skinning pattern, but like we cannot get both of them, even at our luckiest, from him in 1 kill. That means to get both those appearances, we would have to wait, 11 weeks at a minimum. It would be like we would have he would like. Best case scenario, he would be up when we get there, we kill him, we get one of the drops, and then 11 weeks from that point he drops the second one immediately. That's best case scenario, and it's still a 3-month wait. Now, for the most part, there's a lot of other stuff going on that will take up a lot of the time, so most likely, you don't feel it right off the bat, but when you really feel it is when he doesn't drop it. And then you gotta wait another 3 months. And then when he's the last thing you need, and you have to wait 3 months to even have an attempt at it. A lot of people have been asking for world bosses to be moved to always being up every week for old expansions, because there's no real point in them not being. They're just kind of annoying. I hope Blizzard does that, because like I said, it is kind of annoying the way it works. But anyway, no Azure Drake this week, but y'all have a good one. We'll talk we'll worry more about the world bosses when we actually get to a zone where that's an issue. Currently, we don't even have access to a world boss. Y'all have a good one. Alrighty, we're back again doing another Eye of Eternity. As always, well, not as always, but as it's been for a while now, the only thing we need is the Azure Drake. We are actually higher level now, 68 coming in here because of doing all the Hell is in daily quests. We got a ton of experience from them. I say a ton of experience. They give about 11k each. And, it's 300, what is that, 367,000? So, you got to do them, about 300 times. But, I was doing 4 a day, so it adds up. God, it really is that amount, huh? Yeah, I guess it is. Holy shit. That is a lot more than I was really thinking about. But yeah. Hell's End is over. Day of the Dead, as you see with the costume, Day of the Dead's going on. I still actually have the Hell's End buff, which gives me the 10% more experience and rep. That's literally useless, but I have it. We do get to keep the weighted jack-o'-lantern, so we'll be working towards this achievement. I don't know when I'll see Horde, but they like to hang around Goldshire and War Mode, and, Horde every now and then to come and do Eye of Eternity, so we should be able to get those done. As for the Traveler's Log in November, we have this Cosmic Weapons cache. I don't even know what's in it. So we will have to finish it to see everything in it. And I think we'll be able to do it. I think it's going to be very close. Yet again, being carried by Darkmoon Fair, as we are every month. But looking at it, I think we'll be able to do it. Especially if I were to go and try and fight people during the Day of the Dead. They have the contender mechanic where you use a toy, you turn it, you put a costume on, you get a special action bar. There's some achievements to win, 50 contender duels or whatever, and I don't plan on doing any of that, But you know, if it, well, I mean, I guess I've done the math, and I'm pretty sure I did the one quest for Day of the Dead, and I'm pretty sure that's the only thing required. I should be able to get 1,000 points, as long as I do everything during the Darkmoon Fair. So as long as I focus on that, shouldn't be an issue. Just making sure. Other than that, there's not much. BlizzCon is coming up. It's literally tomorrow. My days are like slightly off, clearly, you know, with me missing Hallows End and everything, like missing the end of Hallows End and wasting the treats. I'm all over the place on the timings of days and stuff, but you know, BlizzCon's coming soon, so we'll know a little bit more about the future of, I guess, literally everything, practically, in relation to World of Warcraft. I'm not expecting anything insane. A lot of people got a lot of ideas about a lot of different things that they're expecting at this BlizzCon. Classic Plus, a lot of people are saying. I don't think that's coming. I think Classic Kata is going to be announced. I think a lot of people agree with that. I think Season of Mastery 2, it might have a different name, but I don't think it's going to be full Classic Plus. Like, some people are thinking, like, full-on, like, tons of new development, like Dragon Isles being added to Classic, Karazhan to Classic, Karazhan Crypts, like Oldham, like all kinds of crazy stuff. Nothing like that. I think we'll get a Season of Mastery 2, which will be a little bit more changed. I think that'll be announced. At least in my opinion, I think that's what's coming. Of course, the next retail expansion will be announced. No date for it. I heavily doubt we'll have a date for it. But we'll get to see at least what it's got going on. See if it's interesting at all. See if any of those leaks were correct. On top of that, what else do I think will be coming for WoW? I think that's about it. I think they'll also either confirm or they'll confirm that 10.2 is going to be the final patch of Dragonflight, or they'll reveal the final patch of Dragonflight. If they're going to have a faded season, they would reveal that. If they're going to have an actual 10.3 that is completely unique content, they would talk about it, say that, look, 10.2 is not the end. There is another patch scheduled. They might not show us. They might show us a teaser for it, is what they would do. They would probably show us a little teaser. Because it is slightly weird timing, because Yggdrasil's not going to be out when, you know, BlizzCon happens. Yggdrasil will be coming out that Tuesday afterwards. So it would be kind of weird to be like looking at what the what's coming next when we haven't even done the current stuff. But I mean, I don't think that this would be the first time that's happened. I'm pretty sure that's happened previously. I'm not 100% confident on that, but I do believe that there have been times where the next tier of content has been announced before we have finished the current tier, essentially. Like I said, not 100% confident on that, but I do believe that it's been the case before. Yeah, but that's my feelings on BlizzCon. I don't think there's going to be anything crazy. I mean, people are having some really, like, optimistic viewpoints, I think, from this BlizzCon. I haven't seen this much optimism for a BlizzCon since probably the one, like, around the time that Classic was announced. I think there was a lot of optimism about that. And we did get Classic then, so they were correct then, I'll give them that. But I just don't see it. I think, funny enough, I think people are giving Blizzard slightly too much credit here. I think it's really pushing it to assume that Blizzard is going to do what you want. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Classic has been you gotta at some point it's got to be realized that Classic WoW in of itself, everything that Classic WoW has done, I didn't stack my healing, whatever, has been way more successful and like just like Classic WoW was turned into so much more than Blizzard, I'm pretty sure, could have ever imagined. Probably more than most people could have ever imagined. Between getting all the way up to Classic Wrath of the Lich King now, to going, no, I'm not joining your guild, buddy, leave me alone. To Classic Wrath of the Lich King with people looking for even Classic Cataclysm at this point. The like Classic Hardcore, how big of a deal it was. Apparently last number I saw, 3 million players had died. That's an insane amount of characters on what is essentially just Classic WoW, just with permadeath, So, I mean, I assume something is going to be coming of Classic WoW, but I don't think it's going to be Classic Plus. Prove me wrong. It would be interesting to be proved wrong. Well, it wouldn't be interesting to be proved wrong. It would be nice to be proved wrong. Yet again, another week. No mount, no duplicates this week either. So, you all have a good one. And we'll be back here next week.